All right. I guess that's probably about enough time, you think?
I think that's for the people who are coming. They're on, and the other people we've got Craig. Looks like he's working well now, so everybody else can listen in.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Um, so a bunch of things happening, lots of changes and lots of things happening. You can see the new Discord. Jimmy's going to be doing a full-on AMA on it, and people can understand what some of the functions are and some of the new chat rooms and the all the wrenches and work and all the stuff that people could take up to help the club and move forward. So all that's becoming way more functional. So that'll be coming out soon. So keep an eye out for when he's available to do an AMA, and people can ask and learn more about that. And we will publish some things about it as well, probably on the Discord and also on a blog. Um, and I know I was going to send out a blog answering all kinds of questions, and then I figured, well, we were waiting even up until today to make some changes, and things were in motion. So figured we'd talk about it tonight, and then we can codify it in kind of like an FAQ or something for people who are going to have questions relative to contests and so forth. So all that's really going extremely well. And there's a lot of development happening from everything from our metaverse to our venture cap work. Things are really moving, and I think it's pretty exciting. So we're coming up with better ways to relay all of that to you, and get that information across. And part of that is what this new Discord, update is, and so forth. And then we'll be adding, some other things like podcasts and so forth, so that you've got a little bit more connectivity, and we can get the story out a little bit more aggressively. So all that is in the works. And anyway, is there anything on fire that we need to talk about first, Beau, or what were your
I don't
thoughts?
think so. I don't think there's anything that's crazy out of the ordinary in one way or another. We should have, I guess, we should have some of the other landing pages and things ostensibly, I guess, just about done by weekend, and then probably going into next week we'll have everything go live for the new site, and some of the new landing pages and whatnot for everybody to take a look at. And I think that includes the new U.S. Housing Exchange page, not their token page, but the actual landing page for their new Founders Club and whatnot. So a lot of things to keep people up to speed on. Also, for anybody listening that maybe didn't catch this, they have their own Discord now also, and they're going to be having their first AMA next Tuesday. So if
Yeah,
you're
that's all. Yeah, exactly. So that's awesome. And we'll remind everybody too, and we'll promote it a bit, because there's a lot to talk about on USHX and the house giveaway and how you win it. It's a massive push, to have that thing be successful and be able to give away houses on a monthly basis. We even had a club member reach out today and say, hey, I have a family that, their house burnt down. Is there a way we can talk about what the club might be able to do to help and that type of thing? And that's awesome. So that's the type of on the ground work that we like to do. And if there's ways to combine our charitable giving side with what we're doing on the business side, then we're certainly going to look at that and try to make it work. So just a cool example of how we can work as a community to uh, make things easier and better for everybody else. It's kind of the whole point of clubbing up, right? So um, that said, we do have USHX moving on to kind of the next level. Obviously, you can kind of see those as they get ready with their own Discord and their own landing pages, and they complete their app and so forth. It's pretty exciting. Which means we've got Velocity and HQ Express coming up next. And we have the massive push for Give Bucks and Scrap. You can tell from all the changes in the Scrap token taking over the AWBTE spot, and being convertible into gold, silver, palladium, and other precious metals now too. So all that's going to be launched as well with its own site and landing page, which is close to done. I think we're waiting for some pricing components and things for the back end of the site to be wrapped up overnight to midday tomorrow. And then we can start to actually look at the functionality of the token, the utility of the token, not just for us and, severing us from fiat, being able to convert into gold, silver, and so forth, but also between other recycling companies and trading, on a national and international basis, which, is going to have great connectivity. So that's when we will start to introduce augmented, partnerships, and you'll start to learn about new management teams and things of that nature as that thing rolls out and really gains, a whole lot of steam. So real excited about that. And GiveBucks, of course, with their charitable giving side of things is a major component. So one of the things I guess that we have to talk about is we decided, and I have to apologize because we did it, by executive order, I guess, instead of the normal how a bill becomes a law. Um, we decided that it just made more sense for the club to be represented at Miami in April instead of Dubai, and so we will be at Crypticon down there for April. It'll be essentially it's events from March 31st all the way through April 2nd. We'll have a 20 by 20 booth down there where we plan to have the Lambo and a few other new technology partners displayed with us. These are all club projects. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And the really cool thing is I think we're going to give some stuff away, right, Beau?
Yeah. No, there's going to be similar to what we were talking about doing with Dubai, flights down, hotels, accommodations, all that stuff. So when you get down there, you get to really do it. Also, there's going to be a yacht party in the Miami Harbor that we're going to be giving away tickets to that also. So I think it's going to be a real exciting time and a real fun time to be down there. One of the things that they're doing right now, I believe they just landed in El Salvador. They're trying to get the president there to come, and then there's some really interesting speakers and people who I think will really help promote the event. I think the event will go real well. I know that I've got a sister who's down there who said that the big NFT show that they did a couple months ago was unbelievable. Really well attended. Both from a national and international perspective, and has sort of set Miami on its ear as far as kind of that being the new art scene, and everybody kind of rushing into the NFT side.
Yeah. So
exciting.
yeah, exactly. And our NFT arm will be represented there. So what we're actually talking to a new partner for a project that we'll be announcing soon that displays NFTs in a really cool way. So we're hoping to have that done and essentially on display at this conference, and that would mean we'd be able to do basically like a 3D presentation in the booth of things like our I don't know our own NFTs or even the ones that we have in the portfolio, like Tokyo Citizens and things of that nature. Um, you know, which is a pretty cool asset for people to walk by and be able to take a look at. So
Yeah, and we
um,
have confirmed with them that we can bring the car in. So we're having that wrap down in Florida, and be able to have that there, and draw eyeballs and people in. I think, and then as always, I know a lot of the folks that are on the line have done a lot of shows and conferences and things. If you guys have any ideas or anything, please let us know. I was happy to glean off of that experience.
yeah, absolutely, and also happy to meet with you. So let's get together there and go out to dinner so let us know, everybody who's going to be in town. We are going to do a contest so that a winner and a guest can come down for the full package. It's either going to be private flight or it'll be first class, flight down to Miami, and then it depends on where you live in the country, right? So if we can service it by private flight, we will. And This is going to be a great time. So the ticket itself, is the whole package for this giveaway. We figure from flying down, the full passes, all the way to the yacht party, and everything else for the winner and a guest is worth well over $12,000. And again, then you get to come into this conference, which is going to have great breakout rooms and some really cool presentations and stuff and speakers. Some of which I'm excited to hear from myself. So I think it's going to be a great time. Whoever wins this is going to stay at the Kimpton Epic Hotel, in a beachfront water view suite, I guess is the
the suite. I think it's like 1,000 feet of view or something of the water. So it'll be a nice location.
Actually, I think it's 1,000 square foot suite.
Oh, yeah. Is that what?
Yeah, yeah,
1,000 foot.
Yeah,
two 1,000 foot view. I guess is that far.
Two private balconies and floor to ceiling windows and stuff. Separate parlor with seating and all that stuff. So you can meet with people and whatever you need to use it for. Good time. It also comes with like tickets, I guess, for the Miami Marlins game on the 31st, which is opening day. And then, like I said, it also has the private yacht party to wrap everything else up on April 2nd at the end of the conference. So then when you get in there, these are gold level tickets. So these are top of the line tickets. Gets you in to listen to, I think the keynote speaker is the Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street. Guys like that are given some talks, as well as crypto players too. So some interesting entertainment. And
I heard Alfonso might be speaking there as well. Is that accurate?
Yeah, right. We have a presentation time too. If you feel like coming to that, but you guys do that twice a week, I guess, here with us.
3 times.
3 times a week. Yeah. So if you want to come be bored by the same story, we'll welcome you to that as well. But honestly, the tickets are really cool to listen to everybody, that's speaking, and to walk around to all the different, booths is worth it. You get your pass, which is obviously tokenized NFT. So that's cool too. That gets you into all the gold areas. It gets you into, I don't know, like coffee bars and food and beverage at the conference. And you get a, swag bag of nonsense or whatever. So that's kind of, it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun to actually get to hang out with you guys too. You can obviously hang out with us in the in the booth when we're there, and and represent the club, and have a good time. So we're excited about it, and this is one of the reasons why we decided not to do it in Dubai, because if we did it in Dubai, I wouldn't be there. And we would have been really separated. So,
yeah.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So,
yes. So that's going to be a competition that you're going to be able to win, and this all ties back to the White Rabbited Diamonds NFT, and different ways to win here. As part of that, we put together new packages, which you'll find on the store. And those new packages involve scrap and give bucks, weighted whale packages and so forth, and other packages where the new affiliates and old affiliates, members and family and so forth, can drive whoever they like to make those purchases, and of course you make that 10%, of the sale anyway, or even get the 10% if you're buying it for yourself. But at the same time, if you use the code Diamond, you'll be able to get additional discount on those packages. And you need to put that Diamond code in because it is also how we track the winner. So what's going to happen is we're going to, for everybody who who we drive to that space, whoever actually gets the most sales and the most referrals, I guess, and generates the most dollars, winds up winning that trillion Satama. And then we also have another portion of that, which is this conference. And that's going to wrap up. We're going to try to wrap that up at the beginning of March so people can make plans, to travel. It's for the full weekend, so it'll give people some time. So the contest for winning that will be about a 2-week or so contest. And instead of doing it by the person who drives the most sales, we're going to partner with a charity, a 501c3 charity, who is able to, basically organize a raffle for us. So it'll be a everybody who purchases the NFT that's being created for that will be placed into a raffle. And you'll either wind up with the asset, or you can turn it in to put your name into the raffle, and then we'll draw at random for the winner. And I think that's the best way to do it. No favoritism, and so forth. So, and also it's a lot less cumbersome than having to go out and drive sales, because some people aren't salespeople. So this is an opportunity where you'll be able to just buy in and try your hand at winning this great prize, which I think is going to be really fun. We're going to have fun. So if you're hanging out with us, you'll have a good time.
All right. Yeah. So, as we're going through, I see that, like we started off by saying, there's changes in the Discord. So if you guys want to jump over into the AMA chat, you can see not the questions, but the chat. You can see pictures of the hotel. You can also, KG, thanks for putting up the link to the U.S. Housing Exchange Discord in there also. And then, that is that. Alfonso, did you want to go a little deeper on the, we covered that giveaway. Do we want to go a little deeper now into the house giveaway?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, how about it? Is Mario going to talk about it, or are you giving the rundown, or how's it going?
Mario, you're on, right? We talked earlier about getting prepared, so this is the prep speech. Mario, are you able to unmute? I know we got a new handle, so for those who are used to seeing Mario come from another handle, he's got another one here. I guess he had some issues with the old one. Can you unmute, or do I need to do that for you? All right, let me see. Let's see if I can do it.
Well, you go ahead and get ready. We can talk a little bit more about the charitable side. We want a large portion of this, this contest to go to a charitable organization. So, of course, we have go-to groups that that we like to work with. But if anybody wants to recommend one before we choose, we can talk about that. And then if they're willing to do the raffle and participate with us as a partner, then they can do that. But again, this is something we have to do pretty quickly. But we're always all ears. Or we can also talk about a portion of the funds going to one of those groups if they can organize that fast. So we're game for all that. So hit us up if you have a charity of choice. And I guess Beau's still working. So some of the other things that are on the agenda. Is that you, Beau?
Yeah, I'm back on. Sorry, I'm trying to unmute or get Mary to unmute. He just tried calling me in the off thing, so it should just be a simple click of the button there.
Yeah.
At the bottom, there should be a like a microphone that you just click the unmute. Anyhow, so what we're doing there is that house. We're going to put up the most recent appraisal for the house into the Discord chat so that everybody can see look and feel. We mentioned last time that that this house is on a golf course. It's It's a nice house down just outside of the George Bush Airport in Houston. So good for a B&B, good for a rental business, great for a house. If you're thinking about moving to the Texas area, or or whatever else you'd want to use a house for. There's also, if in case you win, but you don't necessarily want the house, there's also ways we can settle out in other tokens and then cash as well. But we'll have that in there. But essentially, here's where we're going with it. This, like Alfonso said, some of these contests are going to be focused on likes and social activities. Some of them will be focused on other things. This one will be sort of for the grinders out there, but it's a big prize. Right? I mean, you can win. The idea will be that the first person who brings in $1 million worth of buying, and that will include crypto to crypto buying, will be able to win a house. And like I said last time, I mean, you're talking about a $280,000 asset, so that's a pretty big carrot, I would say, to go out there and get that done. On top of that, you also earn as an affiliate. You can earn 10% of what you're bringing in there too. So you add those two things together, that's a mammoth prize.
And are we adding NFTs to the mix? As
Yeah.
well.
So again, as they go forward, and as Mario and Todd and the team there goes forward, we're not going to be doing Mad Hatters or White Rabbits or anything like that. But we will do an NFT of the image of the house that'll have the appraisal, that'll have kind of the what we would used to refer to as like a data room there that you can go and take a look at, look, feel, see. And we'll go, of course, over all the rights and everything that the NFT carries. But essentially, it's rights to the house, however you want to do it.
Great, awesome. So Mario will definitely explain more about that when we figure out how to unmute him, either this evening or we'll schedule a different AMA for him to get on and talk in more detail. Do we have any specific questions that have popped up there? Oh, I know we've got a ton of stuff going on, but these new contests are pretty exciting. Again, at the request of multiple members, we decided to take a raffle approach for the opportunity down there in Miami, and I think that'll go pretty well. And we're actually coming out with some new NFTs that'll give people opportunities to win, I think, on a weekly basis. Significant prizes and stuff based on some really cool NFT functions, that involve buying a piece of art slash metaverse asset that also comes with kind of like an upside kicker, which is I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So we'll make that a regular thing for sure, and of course we'll it'll be somewhat gamified, but it will be valuable. So keep your eyes open for that. That's one of the things we're building out from an NFT perspective. We're also adding lazy minting. I think I mentioned that before, and some great new features, to our own exchange, which is going to make it a whole lot easier to get some of the top artists and some great, collaborations here moving forward. So pretty exciting on that front. Well, just scream at us when it kicks in. The other thing from that USH or for the NFT exchange side of things is we're going to be adding some connectivity to OpenSea in this next round, and all that stuff should be done by the end of this month. So we're pretty excited about that, and it's looking good so far. So. Yeah, that taken care of there, Beau.
Oh, can you guys hear me? Yeah, I was. I was.
Can hear you now.
Yeah. Boy, you really missed some of the best stuff that I was just laying out there. So I know that there was a little bit of back and forth with the back office on the refining company today. So we should have an update on the table games and the Shadow Fighter here shortly. But I think we got a little bit delayed on that. So, is there a time frame when we will be able to trade on the exchange directly, or will it always be P2P?
Are you talking about liquidity? I mean, because you can certainly trade now. Maybe they're talking about liquidity. Yes, if you look and watch it, you'll see that there are continual changes that are going to be happening here to the exchange and have been happening. That includes increased bid size and so forth. So, just because it's the good thing about our exchange is that you can see the depth, right? It's not like this blind kind of pool that works off some algorithm. It's you actually can see the orders, and in a way, that's actually better trading. So, as we add, more liquidity to it, you'll see the bid and the ask increase and start to trade a little bit more professionally. And we are adding literally professional traders who are interested in our exchange because of the fee structures, which are some of the best around. And, so we're able to bring in some real eight-figure professional guys who are used to actually making markets and high risk, investments. So in public companies, we're now like doing what we specifically set out to do, which is bridge the old world of venture cap and broker dealers, to this new world of DeFi. And you're going to see a whole lot more of that happen now that our technology is tightening up. As you see the exchanges, kind of add some functionality. You'll see that more and more of these types of players get involved, and you'll see things moving a whole lot more. So we're also adding badges on the exchange for people who refer, particularly new traders to the exchange. So there'll be different levels of participation and badges that you'll be able to have inside the exchange as well, and ways for you to earn there. So that you don't just have to send somebody to our store to buy something to get 10%. You can get a percentage of what people trade because you went out and got them and brought them to our exchange. So that's a really cool functionality that we will be talking to you more about over the coming days. And you'll start to see that stuff populate in the plugins and populate in the members, kind of a profile area. So, and then we'll explain it. So as soon as I see it, as soon as it's totally functional, we'll have a full-on AMA about it, because like we've always said, the exchange and the tools that we're putting together, whether it's the NFT exchange or the crypto exchange, are super important to, what we're doing in launching these projects. And ultimately, we're going to have it be so that, outside groups want to come to our exchange, not the other way around. I know we have a lot of conversations about, hey, when's this going to go on to these other exchanges? We're going to, by the time we're done, we're going to have people asking you, how do I get on that exchange? I know you're a club member. Can you get me on? And then we're going to really be able to, to really show you how you can make some significant money with your badge and affiliate payouts, on that exchange level. So that's pretty cool. And that's residual money and recurring money. So anyway, so we're excited about that. You'll see a lot of that change and a lot of the look and feel change too here coming up soon. Like you'll be able to watch multiple positions. I think you'll be able to watch up to 4 positions with charts at a time here shortly as well. So
I know that that the P&L function got added this week to the exchange, which I know is cool. And then I know they're also in development is what the kind of the per token basis and those sort of functionalities
yeah,
being developed.
download. That's all just download functions and back office functions. But yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
it's all good though. I heard somebody.
Somebody jumped on.
Can you hear? Can you
Mario,
guys hear me?
we
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. I was here going crazy trying to hit every button in the world and nothing was working.
Hmm. Well,
Well,
um,
we had a whole slot lined up for you, Mario, and then we had
that,
to vamp like
that
for the
was
rest.
it.
Yeah, I figured, man. I figured it felt like I was felt I felt like a mime that I was I was talking and nobody was hearing me, so it was all good though.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome to the platform.
Thank you very much. Good to be
So,
here. I listened to
so
everything you guys said.
yeah. So Mario, just to take a step back here as to where we were a little bit ago, just to kind of get the stage set for people maybe who aren't here live. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the house, and some of the things you guys have got going on there, and what you're hoping to build.
Evening, everybody. Thanks for inviting me, Bo and Alfonso. What we're trying to do, or what we are doing, is we're trying to bring the real estate world and the crypto world, and we're trying to marry the two of them. So our native token with the USHX, we are going to prove the utility in several different ways, all relating to real estate. So when people are going to be flipping properties with us or doing anything with us, the tokens that you have, the tokens that you're buying, you're not just going to have to wait for them to go up in value and trade like other things. We're going to create something to where within our infrastructure, you're going to be able to stake tokens to be able to get deals done. But on this particular house, which will be our first giveaway house, we renovated this house. It's a pretty nice renovation. It was it's unbelievable on how the house looked before compared to what it is now. When you look at the property online, when you look at the address, you'll see what it looked like in the before condition, and then now you can see probably about $90,000 worth of renovations. You can see what it looks like now. So we're pretty excited to try this out. The property is on a golf course. It's in a very nice neighborhood that's zoned to a very good school. That's probably like 15 minutes from the airport. So it ends up being a very good investment property, especially rents in Houston are very high right now because of the demand of the houses. So it could be an Airbnb, it could be a straight rental. And what we're going to be doing for those who just say, you know what, if you win, you just want to be able to get cash for it. Our nonprofit is we're either going to do one of two things because I'm still trying to find the legalities of the taxes. Our nonprofit can either give $100,000 with a grant that would be a community development grant because the money that we're raising is allowing us to be able to buy some more properties, and we're able to do our transitional housing for the first house on the kids aging out of foster care. So we're going to be creating safe havens, hopefully throughout the entire United States, for houses that kids can actually, that's kicked out of foster care, can actually stay in these houses and get certifications. So we're going to kick that off. At the same time, we're also going to be giving away a house every single month as how we're raising the USHX token. So this will be the momentum on what we're actually going to do. So the contest details, I think it will breed some good competitive spirit. And it's not going to be tokens that people are just going to be holding on to saying, well, what am I going to do with these? Within our new site, which we're going to discuss on our Discord on Tuesday, we're going to go through all the utility of our tokens. But for the contest, Bo and Alfonso can talk about what the details are. You're going to be able to look at the full appraisal on it. You'll be able to see that it's worth in the as-is condition about 283. But when I first met Bo back in October, it was 273. So the 283 we got in 2 months on value. So I would gamble that it's probably worth 293, close to 300 now. It's appreciating very fast. And we think that it could be a win-win for somebody who does and best out on the competition. So we look forward to seeing who the first winner is going to be. But there's going to be opportunities all over the United States. We're going to be doing some all over the place. So if you live in an area to where you're like, you know what, we'd really love to be able to get something here, and we'll look at it, and then if it makes sense and we could get a deal that's bought right, we definitely would take that deal and do the same exact thing that we're doing in Houston.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, that's the difference, right? In a lot of what you guys do you sort of take a back end approach, whereas a lot of flippers say, "Hey, I think this is a good neighborhood, or I think this is a nice area, or I think I can just buy this place right." I mean, typically when you're buying these places, obviously this isn't the case for this particular property, but typically what you guys do is de-risk a lot of the investment part of it, because you're really sort of buying the property for somebody, doing the renovation, get a ton of sweat equity in it, and then kind of taking it to market. So
Oh yeah.
as a strategy, as a company strategy, it's really interesting.
I forgot our whole exit strategy. So our system is called fire your landlord. So we get people who never owned a house before, or if they owned a house, they haven't in a long time. They got bad credit, and bad credit's the only hurdle keeping them from being able to buy. I got over 20 years in something called forensic credit auditing, which is credit repair on steroids. We actually would deal with the general legal counsel or the compliance departments of the different various companies that are giving the credit bureaus their information. So we audit them for compliance, and more times than not, we're able to help a client with their credit scores. But because of the fact that we aren't just trying to download letters from online and just send it to the bureaus and cross our fingers, we know the algorithm of what we need to be able to do to get our clients that we select to buy these houses, and then they can temporarily rent the property while we're helping them overcome the credit hurdle. So with the new site and the social media aspect that we're going to have to our to our community that we're going to be developing, we believe it's going to be the perfect opportunity for crypto meeting realtors, meeting real estate investor community, crypto community, contractors that we are having within our new app. It's going to be contractors going to be able to get jobs like Uber. So then now when we have all these contractors downloading our app, we're going to be able to send push notifications, and people are going to be able to start getting magnitudes of work. Because we all know during this time period, I don't know anybody that's flipping properties, contractors are pretty hard to find because it seems that nobody wants to work. So what we are going to do, especially with what we're going to be launching as far as the kids aging out of foster care, we're going to have many of these houses dedicated to carpenter apprenticeships, HVAC apprenticeships. So we're going to be creating and nurturing our future sales force right from within our own community houses on our safe havens. So we have a 180-degree half circle that we're going to take a person from bad to good, and then try to use the fact that we are all coming together with our communities to help all these different individuals. But yes, on our website, you can look at our old site that's up now, ushousingexchange.com, and you can see people that came to us with 510, 520 credit scores in less than 4 months. They're at the closing table, well over 640, in some cases a lot higher than that. And we're doing mortgages, for them. And then now we're making our spreads. So we can do loans in all 50 states. So we can do it anywhere in the country if the deal makes sense. So that's with the combination between U.S. Housing Exchange and AWC. We look forward to, how we can grow together.
And I'm trying to. I know that you sent him over via email, but Todd, if you have the pictures of the outside of the house handy, if you can throw that in the chat, I think it'd be good to get people excited. So again,
Yeah, Todd can put the pictures into the chat, because we did
yeah,
take
yeah, yeah.
some, but we got the entire. That's just going to be the pictures. But I know he sent you the Google Drive that have the pictures in it individually. But he can put some of those in the chat so you can actually start seeing what some of the interior pictures look like. The appraiser, I don't know if he took it while it was raining or something outside, so they're kind of dark and gloomy. So I think the appraisal will show the value, but we can put the pictures of it kind of separate to where it's a little bit more bright.
Yeah, perfect. Well, no, I mean the house the one picture you just shared, I think is a great view of that. Okay, Alfonso, do you have any other questions on the house, or anything more that you wanted Mario to jump into? And Mario, you guys are doing the AMA when? Next Tuesday?
Yeah, we're gonna do the AMA on Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Central. and we're really going to go through. We're going to have a PowerPoint, and we're really going to be knocking out so many people that asked us how the utility will work. You'll see about 3 or 4 different ways that your token is actually going to be able to be used, from staking to NFTs to pretty much everything off of what we're going to be doing. And we're also going to be unveiling our cash for calories that will allow you to get paid for working out on stuff that you typically would do. And some people, the extra $300 a month is not going to make that much of a difference. But for us to build a community and going after entire unions, because it looks like we're getting the entire firefighters union of 247,000 people. They're going to be coming aboard. So we're going to be creating a huge community through social media, and then a lot of real estate will be done. So on Tuesday, we'll go through a lot of those different questions that people have been asking us.
That's awesome.
That's exciting. Yeah, and I'm sure everybody has seen by now that first house sale through NFT took place on Coinbase, right? So that's interesting. That's an interesting play too, right? Wasn't that Coinbase? I think it was.
It was, yeah, $600,000
$600,000
in ETH. Yeah.
No, anyway, so the whole point here is that really, real estate meeting crypto is the bleeding edge of what we've been talking about, which is marrying assets that wind up being kind of easily ledgered, with the blockchain, and it just makes a ton of sense. I mean, there's a lot of different industries that are going to be going this way just by nature. Real estate's one of them, and there's so many opportunities with NFTs and real estate that it really makes your head spin, because you can do something as simple as giveaways and so forth, and and then you can think about what would an entire portfolio look like as an NFT, stayed in a general rent pool, or stayed in the sky's the limit. So we'll
Well, I
talk
know
more about that,
the
but
number one request right now on Airbnb is, when are you going to start accepting crypto? So, big opportunity there, big wide open scope. Even on the international side, I know that one of the folks that hadn't spoken on here yet, but probably will at some point in the future, they developed a whole crypto exchange for villas, for international villas, and now I think he was saying that they're doing like, I think it's $100,000 a week or so. Getting that kicked off. So, obviously that's just starting, but decent numbers, out of the gate.
well, this is all just starting, and now, I mean, you can see how early it is, and USHX is well positioned now with a nice platform, and of course with our help, to take advantage of all of that. So, and Mario just has unlimited energy and ideas, and the management team over there is phenomenal. So, we get involved with projects that are time to market, and this is a situation where I think he can just hit the gas and and do one house after the other after the other. But I think the other thing is, he was mentioning that children aging out of foster care, and that's an important problem to tackle all across the country. So the fact that the company wants to have safe havens for people aging out of foster care, instead of going to the streets, is just a massive help to the country, and
The
to
societal, I mean, it's really curing a societal problem. When you look
yeah.
at homelessness starts, I mean, the origins of it, are kids who are getting kicked out of their houses at, at such a young age. And of course, what that leads to, substance abuse, all other things, Um,
Yep,
so
absolutely.
solving that issue, I'm really proud, to be a part of a project that's doing that. It certainly near and dear to my heart. Of course, all the children's homes and things and projects I've been involved with all over the world. So, but this is one that's in this country and is solvable. Especially when you look at the tax sale system. That's going to get me to going down a whole different.
Yeah, don't even go into it. We have so much. Yeah, we have, because we've always talked about how much we can buy at tax sale and repurpose, and with we've bought houses for hundreds of dollars. It's just the type of stuff you see on TV. um, we know how to do that. We know how to work the tax lien bond system. We know how to work the free and clear sales, and how to do that. All over the place. And it like if you tie that to NFTs with USHX, which is what we're going to do, the sky's the absolute limit. Not just for returns, that you can get from the USHX token, but from how we're going to be able to help people. Because we've always talked about, why wouldn't we just buy all this and anyway.
Yeah.
So that's for future AMAs, but we're real excited about it, and I know Mario is psyched about it. So this is representing a new group of tokens moving up, and launching into new exchanges and so forth, and that's the future for USHX. And we're happy to be part of it. So, and happy to have all of you helping along the way. It's going to be a great project.
So jumping back to the Q&A for a second, for staking on the in-house tokens, will they be integrated into the exchange directly or through dApps, or will each have its own website we have to go to?
We'll have the functionality for staking always inside of our VIP. So that's part of what's being built out. You can see it in beta now, and that's part of what's being built out in conjunction with our exchange. So we'll always be involved in those tokens, moving forward. So the staking capacity will be available here. That's not to say that they won't have their own functionality as well as they move forward. And that they don't do other deals, with other larger groups or, other collabs, moving forward. But for now, our members will always be able to take care of it through our own functions.
All right. Well, one of the things that I wanted to clarify on the question that came up at the last AMA was about buying crypto with crypto. And I don't know if that was on the exchange or what, but can you speak to that? Because we were talking earlier, you said we certainly can do that now. So I just wanted to clarify a point that I'm not sure I had clarified on the last AMA.
Yeah, so you can buy crypto to crypto, and it should be functional. So if you're coming up with an error when you try to buy crypto to crypto, you go to that portion of the store, let us know, and we'll take a look at it. But the functionality, we tested it again today, and there have been some sales through there. So it seems to be functioning well. But if you're having an issue, let us know, and we'll take another look. But it certainly should be there. Now, some functionality is only in VIP. So there's a difference between VIP and the regular store, and that is the size of discounts, staking, and the ability to pair, which we're going to be expanding upon in just incredible ways as we move forward here with this pairing and what we're able to do in conjunction with NFTs and so forth, as we move forward. So that's all really exciting. But for now, that's the difference between VIP and the regular free membership. We're also looking at tying, different, yearly and or some annual memberships and stuff to NFT ownership, which we like as well. So there's a lot of stuff that will be in flux and that we'll be trying and so forth. And I think some of that will have to do with some of these contests that we're going to be putting out there, so that when you have somebody come in, for example, to buy an NFT for a chance to win something, they don't just get that chance. They also get a membership with that NFT. The NFT means something and has functionality and potentially art to it, or some type of additional functionality. So that's part of
like the house, for example. I mean, the person who wins the White Rabbit of Diamonds will get 1 trillion Saitama. The person who wins the this house NFT, will win the house. So they're pretty deep on the asset side.
Yeah, and there'll be a whole lot more functionality as it comes to tying assets to NFTs as we move forward. There's just a lot. There's so much we can do with velocity and the supercars and classic cars and collectibles, and it just literally the sky's the limit. So there's that's we're going down that road. So anyway, so that's the long way of saying that these all this stuff should be functional inside the VIP section if you want those deep discounts. So.
Okay, so KG just had I'm not sure if it's a question or a statement, but buying tokens with crypto is only available as an invoice sale. Will it eventually be able to just connect a wallet and pay for the crypto directly within the crypto store or the website store? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be able to. So let me take a look. I mean, we certainly did a lot of that in the very beginning. I think everybody remembers doing it. So if that's not functioning, then we'll touch base and find out why. We'll get back to you on that one. But the other thing that we're doing is making a lot of different stuff functional with AWRT. So maybe something's down because we might be adding the ability to purchase with AWRT as a utility. I know we're in the process of pairing AWRT with Scrap, for example, on the exchange, so that people who are heavy in AWRT but want to diversify with metal will have the opportunity to do that dollar for dollar. So there's some pretty exciting stuff going on from that perspective. As we move forward. So,
All right. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like there's a little bit of a little like an error message that's coming up when people are doing it. So maybe that's it looks like back office jumped on there and says it's a separate build out on Mad Hatter and it's being completed. In the meantime, the invoicing is available to accomplish this, accomplish member crypto orders. So looks like that's how it's getting done.
It's all AWRT's fault. So, but yeah, we certainly that purchasing capability will be on there. So just keep an eye out shortly. We'll make an announcement when it's back up and functional, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
So what we want to do is we want to add utility, to AWRT. So we want to make it the native token for the NFT exchange, for example. We want you to be able to buy NFTs with it. We want you to be able to, power a lot of different things in the metaverse, build out as well. And then, of course, games. So we're adding it to the checkouts, and a lot of that, the API or whatever they call that, is being adjusted for, to be able to accept that. So I think that's the big functionality change that's happening.
All right. So AWRT. Any update from TechRate? I saw that Chad had posted earlier in the day, or maybe it was yesterday, that it looked like things were moving ahead on EtherScan. Any updates there?
Yeah. So things are moving ahead on EtherScan. I think they've done everything they can now to give us the highest rating they can until we make some of the private wallets viewable. So the next step there is the exchange, and we're working with opening up the information for exchange wallets on EtherScan. So once we do that, we should be up over 500 or so wallets, and holders. You'll see all the actual holders. I think it might be close to 600. And then, and then we'll be ready to, that'll improve our scores and so forth, whatever those arbitrary little scores are that they have on things like Dex tools and stuff. Should start to go from like 1 to, I don't know, 5, or hopefully someday 99. So all that'll be happening. But now that we've got all that up there, you should see TechRate here review the new contract over the next couple days. So I'm pretty sure it's in their hands now, but I will confirm that tomorrow and let everybody know what our target date is.
All right. Okay, well, I think that's. I mean, obviously, all that will coincide, as we go forward with more marketing, bigger push on all that stuff as to once all that's at
Oh
the
yeah.
next.
So
Yeah.
once we have that and we've got the actual listing date from Mirex, that's when we're really going to push on promo and advertising. Now we're doing it. We're doing some light work on that front. We're putting together people that we are comfortable with and that are doing a really good job, and getting to know some larger groups that promise a lot of big things and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff that we have in the works, along with our own family offices and funds that we work with, and we're looking at doing some direct deals, to help on that front as well. So there's a bunch of things happening, behind the scenes on that level, and the next step will be the Amirex, and then the bigger marketing push is going to correspond with that. We're also going to burn 100 billion tokens, for the heck of it, even though I think we're going to need them someday, but that'll just drive value. So some people will have to cough them up at higher prices, and that'll be that. So there's just a lot of functionality that AWRT is going to have, especially with our metaverse, and being the core utility of what we're building. That I think that this burn means a lot, and the fact here that we're doing it this low, is and at this early a stage, which this is the very very beginning. I know it feels like we started a couple of months ago, but really that was the basement level, incubation, and now we're actually starting. So it's pretty exciting times, but we'll be burning that. I think, is that Friday?
It's Friday, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So so that'll be
I don't.
exciting.
From a functional standpoint, are we gonna show it going into the burn wallet, or are we gonna heap it up in the backyard and set it on fire? How do you?
Well, I think it's a wallet that Etherscan provides. Pretty sure. So one way, shape, or form, there's a third party burn wallet, that puts it into a black hole, basically. I think.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I think that's everything for tonight. We've hit the hour mark, so just trying to be respectful of everybody's time. And there's not a ton of questions coming in, so either we've put everybody to sleep, or we've answered all the questions. So it's a good time as any to call it.
Yeah, I mean, I think also just really keep an eye out for the opportunity to come down to Miami with us, because it's going to be really exciting, and I think it's going to be a great time. So we'll post up how you can win that.
Yeah, and then just to reiterate here, I mean the contest for the house giveaway, be starting tonight and going until till either the first million comes in, or the contest closes. So
Is that tonight or is that Tuesday? That contest starts tonight, Bo?
no, yeah, we're going to start it tonight. We're going to kick it off starting today. So
Okay, so you're going to post up you're going to just send
yeah,
out.
we'll get all the rules and all that stuff out.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good.
All right, everybody.
All right, thank you.
All information presented on this AMA, technical or otherwise, is subject to change with or without notice at any time. The information is meant to outline general plans and answer questions being asked in real time. As such, the information should not be relied on as the basis for token purchases.